How is it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about 5 more overrated cars that everybody seems to love, and I don't know why. There are some redeeming qualities of these cars, but when you think about it, it just doesn't make sense. These cars don't warrant your hard-earned money, except for some specific situations. Now, YouTube has changed their algorithm a bit to where they don't like cussing, like, at all. So I'm gonna try not to. So sorry in advance. Anyways, if you have any of these cars, let me know if I am correct down below. Do you regret buying these cars? If not, also let me know. Let's go ahead and dive right in. I also can't go outside and get some driving footage because the rain. So, recycled old footage. Enjoy. First car, and I think a lot of you guys will actually agree with me on this one, but we're talking about the N54, 335i's, etc. These, sorry to say it, overrated. A lot of people say, oh, it's a German 2JZ. Well, I could tell you've never had a 2JZ because this shit don't break down like that. Like the N54, cool motor, but everything else sucks in the whole car. Like everything. The styling is fine, I guess. The 335i, kind of like an old man, like sleeper vibe going on there. But like, what is the point of having a car and pouring a bunch of money into it to make it so it works maybe once or twice a week? Like overrated. Sorry, overrated. Yeah, it could beat a Hellcat with some minor bolt-ons and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. But the Hellcat can keep that horsepower consistently. The N54, not so much. Obviously, if you redo most of the car and build it up a really badass, like, yeah, it's gonna go ahead and change the reliability and stuff like that. And you might even get better reliability after owning it for multiple years and swapping out all of the garbage that BMW put in this pile of trash. But a lot of people think that this is a great car to get because it's super cheap and it's super fun and fast. No, stay away from it. If this is your only car too, definitely stay away from it. You'll be taking the bus more than Timmy Turner from Fairly Odd Parents. Although the N54 does have great potential, in my opinion, I think it is riddled with problems. So I don't often recommend this car to people, and I don't know if I myself will ever own one because of that. I hear if you want one, just go for the N55. A bit more pricey, but a bit more reliable. And that is why the N54 has made it onto this list. It's got issues. And I only like issues in my women, not my cars. Moving on. Oh, God, a lot of people are going to unsubscribe for this one. Actually, most of the cars on this list going forward, people are going to unsubscribe for. But this one in particular, sorry, the R35. Oh, boy. Look, Nissan's been making the same pile of trash for years now. Like 10 plus years, right? Why? Like, what the hell is going on? First of all, if you're looking for one, it's pointless to buy one pre-2017 because those are all junk anyways. So you're forced to pay boatloads of money, McLaren money, for a goddamn Nissan. Once again, you can make them fast. They're cool cars. I like them. I just think they're ridiculously overpriced for what you get. At the end of the day, you're driving home a souped-up Nissan Altima. The doors don't even go up. I don't care about that, really. But still, like, you guys get my point here. They've been selling the same pile of garbage for years and ripping all you guys off. If you were unfortunate enough to get a pre-17, then you know about all the transmission issues. You know about all of that shit. And if you got an after 17 model, then thank God your shit's a little bit more reliable. But I know your bank account is drained from paying that extra amount. An R35 is a car I would like to own in the future, so I don't hate it that much, but I do think the hype around them is a bit excessive, and that's also what's causing their values to stay super high. It's a Lambo killer. It's a supercar killer, dude. Barely. You know what's a supercar killer? That's cheaper? An MP412C. Yeah, it is a supercar, I guess, but a lot of people claim the R35 is a supercar as well, so that part doesn't matter. But the MP412C, back when I got mine, was sub 100,000, and it beat modern day Huracans bone stock. Bone stock. As long as you find a good 12C, you're solid. Anyways, yeah, no, I like the R35. I just don't want to pay that much for one. I'm not going to pay $150,000 for a Nissan. If you haven't clicked off this video and unsubscribed yet, this next car is definitely going to make you do that, because I own one. The Mark IV Supra. Oh my god. Like, okay, it's cool. Okay, it's good old Japanese muscle. Okay, like I like my car. I don't like the NA versions of them. A lot of people buy the NA versions and think they're untouchable. Oh, I have a Supra at least. The amount of jokesters I see on Instagram posting their NA Supras. I mean, that's fine. You know, you got to start somewhere. I bought mine NA. That's cool. But if you just keep it NA forever and are just like, well, at least I have a Supra, and have no real intention to modifying it, oh, it's an issue of funds. Oh, it's all the excuses these guys say because they just don't really care about modifying the car. They don't see the point in dropping in the $5,000 to $10,000 2JZ GTE motor. They don't see the point in single turbos, intercooler system, and Flexville. They don't see the point of that, and that's fine. But then don't go on IG and TikTok and act like you're hot shit. The NA Mark IV Supra is no better than an IS300, except with less doors. I would honestly prefer the IS300 at that point, because at least I can carry on my friends and my fucking grocery getter. You have an NA Mark IV Supra, you're no better than a BRZ in my opinion. When I go to car meets and I see Mark IV Supras and I look inside the front grille and there's no intercooler, instantly bummed out. Drew, you're being a little harsh. Like, these people, you know, they work hard and they're saving up their money, dude. Like, you're being a little harsh on these kids, man. They got their dream car. At least that counts for something. No, it does. It totally does. But if I've been seeing the same Mark IV Supras over and over and over at these car meets every time with no intercoolers, no progress being made, maybe just some shitty fucking wheels, well, obviously, they're never going to get to that shit. NA Mark IV Supras are garbage. If you buy one, please engine swap it immediately. Don't waste your time on any other fucking parts. Just get an engine swap. You'll thank me later. Alright. Now that we've got out of the rough patch, these two, I guarantee you guys will agree with me. I'll be surprised if you don't. The Miata. Sorry, had to be said. More importantly, the NA Miata. It is a heap of garbage. It's all about the driving experience, Drew. You don't know what you're talking about. Get a effing life, driving experience. You don't drive this shit anywhere. What are you talking about? You post you're in the canyons like once every 6 months. What are you talking about, driving experience? Your thing's got 200,000+ miles and you want to talk about a driving experience? Talk about a death trap. I don't know, thank you. At least with like modern day slow ass BRZs and shit, their driving experience is probably a bit better because they don't have 250,000 miles on their chassis. Your salvage title NA Miata with broken heart stickers that gets all the likes on TikTok is a heap of garbage. I don't mind the NBs, I don't mind the NCs, and I do like the NDs, but the NAs with the pop-up cute little, oh, they're so adorable headlights. Open up the headlight, stick your penis in the slot, and then close it. Chomp that shit right off. You're not going to be needing that when you own an NA Miata. You're not going to be using it. I think, honestly, TikTok ruined this car for me. And there are clean examples of them, but they're far and few in between. Every time I see an NA Miata, it just looks like a crackhead just rolled into a car meet. And they're not fun. Stop convincing yourself that you'd rather drive a slow car than a fast car. If you can't drive, just say that. Go drive a WRX, Evo 10, or any Evo for that matter. Drive that in a canyon and tell me what's more fun. Thank you. Moving on to the last car. I think I might regain all those followers I lost earlier from this one right here. The Scatty Pack. Oh God, Dodge. Can you cut it out with the trim levels here? Every single one is slow. So why have 5 to 6 different trim models of ultimately the same slow car? Oh, you want the SXT? No. What about the GT? No. What about the RT? No. What about the Scatty? No. What about the Daytona? No. What about the Hellcat? No. What about the Hellcat Red Eye? No. What about the Demon? No. What about the Hellcat Super? Holy crap, Dodge. Chill out. Little bit too much on the trim levels there. Like you're literally making all your other ones pointless. Why would anyone want to buy a Hellcat when there's a Hellcat Red Eye? And why would anyone want to buy a Hellcat Red Eye when there's a Hellcat SS? And why would anyone want to buy a Hellcat SS when there's better cars out there? I don't know. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? These questions will never be answered. What I will never understand is why are people willingly buying these goddamn Scat Packs? I have a feeling anyone who ends up in a Scat Pack went into the dealership wanting a Hellcat and ultimately found out that they have 306 credit score, and they were like, well, you could get this Hellcat for $2,500 a month here, buddy, but I don't think you can afford that. So you can get the Scat Pack for $1,500 a month. And they were like, damn, that's a good deal. It looks the same. It sounds the same. It's the same car. I have a feeling that's what's happening. These people are getting just swindled into these cars because they want. Ultimately, you go into a Dodge dealership, you don't want a Scat Pack. You're not walking in there saying, "I want that one." No, you don't. You walk in there and you want the Hellcat, right? So I have a feeling it's just a luck of the draw with that. But if you voluntarily bought a Scat Pack, please comment down below why. Because those things are slow. They can't handle well. They don't respond to boost well. Tell me why you bought a Scat Pack. Now, I will say, I have been gapped by one before. It was like a Pro-Charged Challenger Scat Pack a long time ago on my old 3-valve setup with the Pro-Charger. Yeah, I got slaughtered. But I also beat one, a bone stock one fresh off the lot, in Project WAP. So, they're slow. Project WAP made 300-something horsepower. They're slow. It ain't no Hellcat, and even if it was, the Hellcat was on my last most overrated list. I mean, honestly, you can probably throw any Dodge into this list, and it'll make sense. Probably not the Trackhawk, though. I do like the Trackhawk. I don't think that's overrated. I think that's pretty cool. But the Scat Pack, yeah, no, that deserves to be here. Anyways, guys, did I hurt your feelings? Did I encourage you not to buy a certain vehicle, maybe? Well, I hope not, because that's not the point of this video. I'm just letting you know my opinion on some of the most overrated cars out there. Obviously, there are some examples where these cars are great and are cool and are amazing, but I'm just talking about the run-of-the-mill dudes at the car meet that I see. So if you're wondering, is he talking about me? Probably. I'm joking. Anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Please let me know down below. Did I nail this on the head? 2023, man, we got a lot of big stuff coming this year. I can't wait. Also, if you didn't see my recent Instagram post, the wrap is going to be coming off of the Supra very soon, and I already picked out my new color. I hope you guys are excited. Anyways, if you are excited, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can flock the videos with everyone else, and until next video, peace.